as we age, sometimes we might feel that we lose control over situations. We may even feel vulnerable. And elder abuse is one of those situations that we feel that we have no control over. Elder abuse is not just about legal issues. It raises many other aspects as well. Because of that, there's actually no absolute answers. But the important thing is to actually recognise when we find ourselves in situations such as this. And sometimes it might be something as simple as we just don't feel right about something that's actually happening. Perhaps one of the most common forms of elder abuse is financial abuse. And unfortunately, it often involves family members or someone else that we trust.
Hey, I want to talk to you.
Not now, gotta go.
Yes, now.
What's up with you?
This. Get into the house. I don't need the neighbours hearing this conversation. I've just been to the bank to transfer some money. And do you know something? There wasn't any. $53,000 missing from 3 accounts.
Bloody banks!
Oh, not this time. They were all accessed through the ATM.
Well, don't look at me.
I gave you the PIN number when I went into hospital. You're the only one who knows it.
Well, what about Brian and Sam?
I never gave it to your brothers. And God knows I probably should have. $53,000.
It wasn't me.
Pat, it was you. All the withdrawals were made from round here. There's another $4,500 in unpaid bills. I asked you to take care of them. That's why I gave you access to the accounts. The gas, electricity, council. Probably the only reason you paid the phone bill was so that you could lose more money on the internet. This was my retirement that you squandered, and your inheritance. What am we supposed to live on now?
All right. I just borrowed it, okay? Mel needed a bit of extra money for the kids, for clothes and stuff like that.
Rubbish. I talked to her. She hasn't seen you or your money in months. I've been paying your support.
Yeah, well, that's my accountant.
Oh, bloody turf accountant, more like. Oh, Pat, I know you're a gambler. I've always known that. That and the booze is why Mel threw you out. I'm your mother.
So what's it matter? You said it was all going to be mine one day anyway. Sort of life I have. I bloody deserve it!
What's that mean?
Well, looking after you. Doing your shopping. Going here, going there. Patrick, can you do this? Patrick, can you do that? Run me here, run me there. Do my groceries. It's all a bloody time. It's not much wonder the rest of the family never want to come here. They can't even be bothered coming down at Christmas. I'm the only one that looks after you.
That's enough.
Well, it's true.
Pat, either get over the gambling or get out.
And who's going to look after you then, Mum? You need me. Same as I need to stay here. And you know something else? You're not going to tell a soul. Because you couldn't stand the shame of people knowing what your little boy did.
We can see then that financial abuse can happen in any families. Unfortunately, as we age, we're not going to have time left on our side to actually recoup those losses. And what started out with the best of intentions on our part may leave us financially destitute. Financial abuse, though, is not always quite so open. It can be far more subtle, and it can occur in the so-called nicest of families. Sometimes this financial abuse can also leave us socially isolated.
Come on, finish getting school clothes on. We're running late.
Morning. Can I help?
No, just the usual mayhem. Number 1, 2, go. Bye, Mum. Can I borrow your car? Mine won't start. I think it's the battery.
Of course, but bring it back, won't you? I've got to go and see May. She's in the hospital.
Quick as I can. Just have to do some shopping. Oh, pull the NRMA for me. Cards on the bench. Bye.
Come on, out the way. I have to be out of here ASAP.
Could you run me to the station? I've got to go and see May. She's in hospital. And I lent Lee my car.
Well, that was silly. No can do. I'm running late, going the opposite way. When you moved in here, we told you things would be hectic in the morning.
When I moved in here, you only had half a kitchen.
Don't start that. You agreed to help us. All you do is ram our finances down my throat. We're looking after you, you know.
Can you please look after Sarah while I take Matt to soccer, please?
I've got to go and see May.
Well, can't you go tonight? Bruce can run you to the hospital. Can't it wait? Help Sarah. She's got to make a cake for class tomorrow. Come on, Matt. Let's go. We'll be late.
Will. What will we do first?
Can I please have a snuggle?
Do I have to?
Yes.
Hello? It's for you.
Hello, Gwen. This is Del Buxton, May's niece. I'm sorry to have to call. I have some bad news. Auntie May passed away this afternoon. It was sudden. There was nothing the doctors could do. I'll let you know about the arrangements for the funeral. I'm sorry. Auntie May always said you were her oldest and dearest friend.
Thank you.
Sometimes helping our family out financially can have untoward consequences. Consequences that we didn't even contemplate at the outset when we thought we were doing the best thing by our children. Unfortunately, we might be left with a degraded sense of worth. And it's important for all of us to remember that friends are equally as important and sometimes more important than families. However, there are situations which are totally outside our control.
Oh, Bill, go back to bed.
Time to get up. Oh, come on. Becky's coming over. She's going to take us to the doctor's today. Now, come on, Bill. It's time to get up. Come on. That's it. Come on. That's it, that's it. Chillax. Good. Now, come on. We have to get ready. There, that's it. Good. Oh, you have to look smart. Oh, come on, let's have breakfast.
Hey, it's me. Hey, Mum.
Hello, darling.
Oh, great. May I?
Of course.
So, how's Dad?
So-so.
Sounds ominous. So, what's been happening?
Where are you from?
It's me, Dad. It's Becky. I've come to take you to the doctor's.
What?
We've had the appointment now for weeks.
No!
No, 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 no. No! No, you are going to the doctor's. Oh, Bill, don't stop being difficult, please. Look, it's almost time. And you know how long it takes you to get ready.
No.
We have to go. We'll be late.
I just want to finish this.
Now!
No! No, no, no!
Mum? It's all right. You'll settle down in a minute.
It's important to know when to let go, but sometimes letting go can be tinged with feelings such as guilt, which makes it extremely hard then to let go of the person that we love. It's also important to remember that feelings such as anger and impatience are normal feelings in situations such as this. However, it doesn't mean that we don't love the person any more or any less than we ever have. Unfortunately, sometimes though, we spend so much time caring for the person because we love them so much and doing all the right things for them that we don't have time to do the right things for ourselves. We don't have time to look after ourselves, and we don't actually respect ourselves any longer. And if we don't respect ourselves, then who else is going to respect us?
John, I'm off to do some shopping. Is there anything you want for dinner? What time are you teeing off? Aren't you going to be late?
I'm not.
What do you mean not? It's Wednesday. Are you ill? It's that new medicine that young doctor gave you. Why don't you go back to see Dr. Carmichael?
I can't. He's dead.
Oh, I forgot.
Typical.
John, it's a beautiful day outside, so what's wrong?
I don't feel like it.
Oh, you'd have to be dead before I believe that.
I can't play. I've been suspended from the club. I was caught cheating.
You would never! John, did you?
Yes.
What, did the ball roll before you hit it? Suspension's ridiculous.
It was the third time I was caught.
So how long has this been going on?
A while.
May I ask why? You've always loved your golf.
That's just the point. I mean, when we first met, I was off single figures. I still am. But over the last year, my game's gone. I can't hit a long ball, I can't putt. My handicap's drifted out, so I did what I needed to.
Cheat to keep your handicap. John, that's what handicaps are for. It's just plain stupid.
Not for me.
I wonder what Tom and your other mates would think. They must have known. Do you think they still have respect for you? And worse than that, I think you've lost respect for yourself, haven't you? John, you have to realise that we're getting older and not everything works the way it used to.
I know. But sometimes it's damn hard.
Well then, what are you going to do about it? I'm not having you moping around the house for the rest of your life. Do you want to continue?
Yeah.
Could you change clubs?
No, your reputation follows you. You never get away from it. No, I suppose the best shot is to face up to what I've done. They say it's not just the mistake you make, but the speed with which you pick it up.
You took long enough.
Yeah, I suppose I have to do a lot of explaining and give a lot of apologies to the club captain. And of course, Tom and the boys are going to make sure they heap as much humiliation on me as possible. But they're still my friends and it has to be done.
It's important to remember as we age that sometimes we can't do all the things as successfully as we used to do when we were younger. Part of the issue, of course, is how we perceive ourselves, and most of that perception is actually based on self-respect. Sometimes, unfortunately, we compromise our self-respect because we are so keen and so eager to maintain or earn the respect of friends or colleagues. Respect, however, has to be mutual.
I'm so sorry, Nan.
I'm not sure sorry is good enough, Nathan. Let's talk, eh?
Didn't mean for it to happen, Nan.
I know that, but it did. And you really hurt me, bub. You frightened me the way you acted.
Didn't see you. You were just in the way.
Bullshit. It was a big hit. My shoulder is black and blue. And it's your behaviour, no one else's.
What happened last night? Nan was just an accident.
You squared me up and you went straight at me. It wasn't you, Nathan. You brought back nasty memories. I used to get in the way of your grandfather too when he was on the grog. And I'm not going to take that from you.
Not like Pop.
Well, you did a good imitation of him. You know what I thought last night? I got scared when I saw your eyes. It reminded me of him. And I'm not going to let you go like that.
Oh, but it was an accident.
Oh, come on, Nathan. All the family was horrified by your behaviour. And your Auntie Rose, she cried she was so shocked. Do you know how much she loves you? And your mum, she wasn't impressed. Everything we do affects someone we love, good or bad. Remember that, Nathan.
Nana, I'm sorry. It was a bad day. I went to the pub after work and I ran straight into that bullfed Steve. And he tells me that he's got the new foreman's job. The boss doesn't even have the guts to run up to me and tell me. And then I run into that bastard. Everything I do is a waste of time, Nan. All that time getting through TAFE, it's all shit. Even tomorrow told me to get away.
So you take it out by kicking over the barbecue table and taking it out on your grandmother, eh? Nathan, that's not right.
It's stupid, aren't Nan?
Reckon. You know the hardest thing, Nathan, is that I love you. But I don't like this behaviour. How do you think I felt being ashamed of my grandson? In front of my family, my friends, in my own backyard.
Is that how you really feel, Nan?
Yes, and quite honestly, I think it's been happening for a while. Nathan, what can you do to make things right?
I didn't realise, Nan. I've been drinking to feel better. Might have to give it up, eh?
Giving up the grog's a good start. You're a good boy and the family knows that. Maybe you can make amends by them, bub. Go round, say you're sorry.
I can do that.
And you're the only one that listens to Steve anyway.
Suppose.
Don't worry, Bubby. Hey, where do you think you're going? We haven't finished yet. I still need a pound of flesh. I'm not letting you off yet. What about the next 3 weekends? To do my garden and the shed.
Nah.
And I might even ask Tamira over for afternoon tea. What do you think of that? I may be old, but I wasn't born in a
that convent?
Unfortunately, physical abuse can occur in many situations. What is important, though, is that we stand our ground. And it's much easier to stand our ground if we have self-respect. If we respect ourselves, we may be in a position to help someone else learn about self-respect, and then as a follow-on, that they will also respect other people. Unfortunately, elder abuse is not all that uncommon. And it doesn't differentiate between socio-economic groups. It could happen to any one of us. If it does happen to you, or if you think you're in a situation where you are being abused, remember there are many social and legal issues associated with it. It's important that you know that there are people out there who can help you. But for them to help you, they have to know about it. So don't remain silent. Take the first step. Reach out, seek assistance, and tell someone about your situation and ask for help.
Respect has to take account of who it is that you're dealing with and the condition in life that they're currently experiencing.
The sound that comes into your voice can give an impression which is not always acceptable to other people.
Self-respect, if I respect myself, I think other people will respect me, and to respect others is the same thing.
I think you've got to be very confident with yourself. You've got to feel that you've got some reason to be here and therefore some reason to be respected because you are here.
The physical ability to get around independently is my biggest problem. Probably that, and impatience.
I think healthy and family is more important than money. Money helps you live, but doesn't bring you happiness.
Keep yourself physically and mentally active.
And enjoy life, yes.